Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, everyone, and we're coming up on a Happy New Year. Absolutely, and I think it could be a extremely Happy New Year for not just the Cronos and crypto.com folks out there, but the entire crypto community. All altcoin holders. Well, most of them. The good altcoins, anyway. I believe the Cronos is one of them. I believe that there is a lot of great projects that we could talk about in crypto. And today, I'm going to go through some of the big news in the crypto sphere overall and then hone in on 2025. A look at 2025 coming up for the Cronos, crypto.com ecosystems overall. Kind of go through some of the ideas going on with the roadmap, what we have going on the broader stage for how this exchange has positioned itself to be a global leader in the crypto space. And then I want to talk a little bit about some of the potential exchange listings and not just for the Mystery Mary token, guys. And I think that there's a world where we see a lot of these small cap memes. Some that, I am hesitant to mention some of them by name. And actually, the only meme that I own right now on Cronos is Mary. Not to say that I don't believe in a bunch of the others. I'm going to talk about how I do believe in a bunch of the others. I just think that Mary's probably going to get listed first. And then I think we're going to be followed by a big wave of, throughout 2025, a lot of listings. And I've got some evidence to share with you of why. And it's not just a like a merry game, right? There are so many builders building on Cronos, from actual, utility projects to straight up memes. And I think that we've gotten a straight up hint from the CEO of crypto.com that he wants to list them. And I want to share with you guys that clip today, and then lay out some of the other evidence to suggest how exciting 2025 could be for the Cronos ecosystem. We'll talk about the CRO token price. I know everybody's waiting for that big boom explosion for crypto.com's Crocoin and many, many other altcoins. We saw XRP go to $3. Basically, it's back down to $2. We saw HBAR explode. It's back down. Cardano was above $1. Now it's back down below $1. A lot of altcoins are struggling. You saw Ethereum really struggling this year. You saw Solana from the 2022 lows at $8 all the way up to $240, and then it's only up 115% in the year 2024, which is actually not that much. Cronos is actually up more in the year 2024 than Solana. That might surprise a lot of people because you're probably thinking, well, Solana's had much bigger gains from the lows, which is true. I believe that there's going to be so many tokens that explode. The biggest thing that we're seeing right now is hesitation in the altcoin market because of Bitcoin dominance still showing a ton of strength. So welcome back, guys. Do me a favor on your way in. Tap the like button. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I had to get a sip of water there. And let me go ahead and share the old screen and take a look at this. A couple shout outs to everybody in the chat. Shout out to McCalls and Skinsky. I don't know how to say your name. ZX10R in the chat. We got Deanna Hart in the chat. Oh, I think I know who that is. We got Buff Link in the chat. Big Crypto. BSS. Daryl Young. We got Chase McGimsey. We got the old Redbeard battling in the chat with Chase McGimsey. I see that. Marabella. We got Deputy Dog. Shout out to you. Chroman Empire. And Mr. Cleary's Beef. Merry Christmas, guys. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. Claire's Beef said it right. He said, make sure to hit that like button to help Kip and the Crypto Report. Appreciate you. Yes. Tap that like button if you haven't done so already. So I'm about 99% better, guys. I was very sick. I did a 23-minute stream for you guys on Christmas Eve because I couldn't do any more. And after that, I fell into a deep, dark slumber And, kind of, I was just laying in bed all day with body aches and a sore throat. And then I actually ended up yesterday getting to go and enjoy some Christmas dinner with my family. I sat in a separate room and a separate table and social distance, that old thing, social distancing. But I did end up having a Christmas dinner with my family, which was very, very nice. So that was cool. Today, we've got Bitcoin coming down, though. Our Christmas pump is over. Our Santa rally is done. Crypto's crashing. It's all over, guys. Log off, close app. It's done. Bye. Just kidding. Don't go. I'm joking. Guys, there are so many things leading to such a great 2025 ahead. And I know that people see these things go down. Oh, we got 11.7 in the chat with a $5 super chat talking about Jesus coin. I do like what I heard from your community in terms of what you're doing. Actually, some good causes you're putting some money towards. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I hope that coin pumps for you. We'll take a peek at that later for you. We got Ken Monster in the chat. What's up? How's it going? No. I did eat some ham at Christmas, but I did not buy any. But I am bullish on the Cronos ecosystem, so we'll talk about it. We will talk about the whole ecosystem. And ZX10R wants to talk about Casper. Well, let's do a full glance at the markets to start the day. And then we will kind of dive into the full Cronos picture. So Bitcoin's down today. Do I look faded by that? No, I'm not. I'm not, affected by that in any way. It doesn't matter. We've got so many bullish things, guys. I want to remind you guys too, is this the story? Do I have this? Yeah. If you're scared about Bitcoin, I just want to remind you guys that this man right here, Michael Saylor, look, he's got a PowerPoint presentation clicker to show a PowerPoint. He bought $11 billion worth of Bitcoin, and he did that over the holiday. And I saw him put out a tweet that said, basically, if you're not buying at Bitcoin all-time highs, what are you doing? He's an advocate of buying Bitcoin at all-time highs because one day he thinks it's going to $40 million. Shout out to Lee in the chat with that nice $2 super chat. Appreciate you, Lee. Again, another believer in Jesus coin. Man, that community sure is loud. Appreciate you, Lee. Appreciate you, Lee. I hope your bag's pumped to Valhalla. I'll tell you what, I think that we are going to have a lot of big moving memes, a lot of big moving altcoins in 2025. That's the theme I'm rocking with, guys. I believe in that. You've got MicroStrategy buying $11 billion worth of Bitcoin on Christmas. He's going to keep buying. And one day, like I said, you're going to have Amazon and Microsoft buying. And if Bitcoin gets bigger, it's not like the altcoin market's going to get smaller. The more the people are making on Bitcoin, the more the people are going to start playing around in the altcoin market and learning about DeFi and then downloading the Sui wallet and the Cronos wallet and then the Solana wallet and then the, whatever. And the trading XRP memes or whatever. Everybody's going to start, getting into the weeds with it as we start to learn more. You're going to continue to see that altcoins are going to get a beautiful pump because people are going to figure out more. Yesterday I had, a family friend of my grandpa's, found out I had a YouTube channel and boom, he's like, I'm launching coins and, I'm launching coins and I'm learning how to do coins on pump.fun and, and it's like everybody's trying to do it. So everybody's getting into the trenches these days. And I'm sure he wanted me to talk about his coin, which, everybody wants that. I get it. But we got to be very careful with that stuff, right? Got to be careful. I'm bullish on altcoins, but, not just average anybody can launch an altcoin and it's going to be successful. You need to have a strong community. It's not just about the individual. It's about the community that supports that individual or those people that actually built the thing. Bitcoin is the most successful coin, obviously. You've got ETFs about it. And the higher it goes, the more money can pump into altcoins. So, I'm bullish on Cronos just from a Bitcoin's going to go up and altcoins are going to go up, and Cronos is associated with crypto.com. It's going to be big. We're going to talk about that in detail a little bit more on crypto.com throughout this video. So if you're just joining us, guys, smash a like, subscribe to the channel. We got a, oh my gosh. Nobody told me. Nobody told me. I wasn't even sharing my screen. Give me a second. Whoops. I was looking at this the entire time. This is what we were looking at, guys. I did not see that I was not sharing the screen there. So that was nice. That was nice. Yeah, so we were talking about this Michael Saylor story. He's bullish on Bitcoin. As he buys more Bitcoin, we're going to see these things continue to go up. So, making sure my screen is good now that that was a disaster. So, Bitcoin's down today. Ethereum's down a little bit more. Shouldn't be a surprise to you. And what we've also got going on right now is, and we're going to come back to that. Bitcoin dominance still coming back up. I think it's going to retest this 59% level. We want to see it reject if you want altcoins to move. In the meantime, you know, a lot of coins people have been excited about, like Cardano got all the way up to $1.31. It's down quite a bit now. Stacks is now kind of breaking through what was support, though I don't have it drawn out perfectly. So let's try to fix that line a little bit. It's right on support. Slightly below. Slightly below. Here's the warning I've been giving lately, guys. So if you look at this total market cap, I told you guys that I'd be feeling more comfortable if we got a daily candle that closed, you know, maybe even a wick below this. And a daily candle that closed above the $3 trillion level. And that is very basic TA, because you just realized that a huge support should be here from our November 2021 highs, which is what you're seeing here. Okay, so just please remember that for all your altcoins. Please remember that for all your altcoins. Some altcoins are going to hold up better than others. But everything's bleeding right now, whether it's, you know, Cardano, Jasmy's hitting a rejection as well off a key level. Stacks is hitting support right now. Hopefully this holds support. If it doesn't, you know, where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? You could have a moment like this where it kind of breaks support, has one big slip. Man, that would be crazy if we got another big discount on Stacks. I would be buying that discount aggressively if we got another big discount like that on Stacks. That would be nuts. I don't mind the dips, guys. I don't mind this. It's a gift to be able to buy Cardano below $1, in my opinion. And then there could be some support at 80 cents potentially, kind of right down where this wick was. We could fall lower. We could see it come down back to 66 cents potentially. If Bitcoin slips lower, Bitcoin is down below range right now. Bitcoin's still kind of looking like it could play with the 85K level. I want to see it get back above 100K. It almost did on Christmas night. It was a beautiful Christmas gift we almost got. But now we're getting a different kind of Christmas gift in the form of a dip, as our total market cap looks like it might want to test down to 3 trillion again. And we've got Bitcoin dominance climbing up. When total market cap falls, Bitcoin dominance usually climbs. But when we get this parabolic blow off top, which we've always seen in every bull cycle, here you have your previous peak, and you have this blow off top. When this is happening, Bitcoin dominance is going down. When this is happening, Bitcoin dominance is going up. And then Bitcoin dominance goes down. Do you get the thing? I hope you guys understand that. That's very, very important. Okay. So what are our big movers, our big losers, big gainers today? I can't believe it. The FTT token is actually doing pretty darn well still. Up 18% today. That's ridiculous. I told you guys that this coin was going to pump, but I also told you I wouldn't touch it with a 39.5-foot pole. I wouldn't. Because it's a failed exchange. They've even got a warning up here, you know. Why would anybody be buying the FTX token? The FTX token. No longer is any use. It's a meme coin at this point. Maybe you're buying it as a meme coin. I don't understand why this thing's pumping. But I'm also not surprised that it is. The OKX and the BitGet tokens are coming up today. Two pretty strong exchanges. Gate.io token, exchange tokens are pumping today, is up a little bit. Crypto.com's not. What is going on? A lot of these exchange tokens are actually showing some strength. KuCoin token down 4.44%. Look, guys, all these exchange tokens, all the AI coins, all the memes, all the big ones, all the quote unquote successful ones, when we get that altcoin season, they're going to pump. We're not seeing anything really blast off today. BitGet token's been actually coming up quite a bit lately. Actually, wait a minute. It's at a $10 billion market cap. Here's Mrs. Crypto Kip with the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you. Thank you, my love. Look at this. We got the bagel with cream cheese. Should I eat it on stream? We've played this game before. So actually, I want to take a look at BitGet token. It's actually shockingly large right now. BitGet token's creeping up in to the top 20. That's insane. That's insane. And I think that crypto.com could do that as well. It's right now ranked number 33. Let's look at some of our big losers today. On those down big, you got your RWA plays. Theta, little metaverse NFT action going on, down. Ethna is down. Hype, which has got a lot of hype lately, is down. Radium, Aave. So a lot of these protocols on top of some of the big chains like Ethereum and Solana are down today. We've got discounts, folks. We've got discounts. I like to buy the dips, but the warning today is really, these are dips. Don't be surprised if we come a little bit lower, my friends. Looks like December could be maybe red. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised to see this $3 trillion get tested. So just be aware of that. And maybe you're buying the dip right now. Maybe we get a bounce. Maybe we come lower. I don't know. So, I mean, I'm looking at these dips and accumulating. I have a lot of bills this month, so I'm actually not able to buy these dips, unfortunately. I had to replace a furnace. I had some hospital bills for my daughter that I had to get squared away, so I had a lot of bills this month. And you know what? I got big positions right now. I've been buying all the dips, and so I'm well positioned for an altcoin season next month. I'll still probably be buying. I mean, I'm gonna continue to buy really until I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be buying the next 2 months, that's for sure. And then I think we're gonna go into 2025 into at least August. I think. But come summer, I'm looking to start shuffling some profits probably. But maybe a lot of people are going to be doing that in anticipation for the fall. And then we're going to have a big explosion in the fall. And if you sell in the summer, maybe you're going to be selling at some lows. It's going to be a tricky game. We've kind of seen that actually in the past. That's kind of what we had in the last bull market. Here you had Bitcoin rallying. We got into April, March, May, and then it crashed because everybody was scared. They didn't want to miss their profit taking opportunities over here. So I think there was some sell-offs. But then it wasn't over, so the dips got bought back up, and then it topped out in that November timeframe. And now it's looking like it's like an August, September, October timeframe, potentially. So we're going to have to see. So those are our big gainers. Those are our big losers. Let's get into some of the broader market things going on. So liquidations. We didn't have a ton of liquidations here over the last few days, and it's up again today, just slightly. We had some big moves last night, so we had some liquidations. I would expect some liquidations to start picking up at the turn of the new year. We're probably going to have a couple more big liquidation days. I wouldn't be surprised to see one soon. Maybe we'll come back and we'll have one tomorrow. Could be longs. I mean, honestly, the charts are saying maybe some longs are getting greedy and maybe one more big liquidation for the longs. That could be happening. I'd love the shorts to get squeezed. I'd love to keep going up. But the charts are showing some potential weakness. That is definitely something that I'm seeing in the short term before our big altcoin explosion. And so we have got a lot to look forward to in 2025. That's why you've got, this guy buying $11 billion worth of Bitcoin. I'm going to try to keep an eye on the comment section too. Shout out to Deputy Dog with that $2 super chat. We got John316 killing it as a moderator in the chat. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Stefan is a $2 super chatter as well, saying longtime CRO holder, other coins has disappointed. We are waiting on a true bull market. Thank you to the moderators in the chat taking care of that. I appreciate you, John. You're doing some good work in there, brother. Appreciate you. And thank you for the super chat, fellas. And Crow has bullish news, but price don't move. Why? Deputy Dog, price don't move because, see the total market cap coming down? It's not just a Crow story right now. Look, people like Cardano, price is coming down. Cardano just had a bunch of huge news. Charles is going to Washington, talking with politicians. ISO 20022 coin. It's down 35%. Jasmine is getting a rejection here. Stacks is getting murdered. Dogecoin's holding up fairly well versus Bitcoin. It might break down through this. Well, it's been holding up at this level. I've been looking for a Nike swoosh move to the upside. Maybe it still happens. I'm still watching it hold the support incredibly well. It's actually shocking. Crow's not going up because Bitcoin dominance is going up, my friend. It's super simple. It's super sad. I know. We're waiting. It's a buying opportunity, like Cleary's Beef said. I want you guys to remember, though, crypto got everything it wanted in 2024. Here's a nice article from Yahoo Finance. And then they kind of go through here and they talk about, some of the biggest players on Wall Street are hailing it as a wise investment. Now, just a little bit ago, we had it being rat poison, useful as a pet rock, all this language being happening. It's all lining up for the crypto industry right now. A managing partner at Capital Alpha told Yahoo Finance, this time next year, we're going to have the same conversation that Bitcoin had an incredible run, says Bitwise chief investment officer, thinking $200,000 by the end of 2025. What do you think that does for your altcoins? One of the biggest Wall Street beneficiaries, BlackRock, Lario, was once a proud skeptic of Bitcoin, and now they launched the ETF. Now BlackRock recommends everybody puts as much as 2% of your portfolio. Next year, it's going to be 5%. This is where we're at right now. Here's another one. You have folks who would have been allocating to Bitcoin, but because there's no traditionally trusted, easy, efficient way to do it for the circumstances, they weren't in it. But now you can go to BlackRock, which is just crazy to me, because the whole point of Bitcoin is like your keys, your wallet, your coins. Forget the men and like you can't help it, but like people want to wait for the middlemen like BlackRock to have funds so that they feel comfortable. Okay. We also had these crypto firms in 2025 get involved in the conversation about politics. Okay. We had them get in the conversation about politics. They were starting to invest in political campaigns. Arguably the reason that this man got elected. And then you also had a presidential candidate. Now the president, who's made a number of promises to the crypto industry. We never even had a president acknowledge cryptocurrency ever in the past. This is a wild time. Bitcoin got everything that it wanted. Now there's a conversation about, the Bitcoin strategic reserve. You got Gary Gensler, who's resigning. You had the commissioners who are stepping back. We've got pro-crypto senators, pro-crypto Congress members. We've got pro-crypto SEC heads. You got a pro-crypto president. It's unbelievable. Also, a new appointment from the new president, appointing venture capitalist David Sachs as the AI and crypto czar. Bullish. It's all bullish, guys, and it's beautiful. Thank you for taking care of those. John, if you really believe that they're a bot, you can go ahead and give them like a 30-minute timeout. If they're really a bot, and I trust you, give them a timeout. Give them a 30-minute timeout. Okay. That's it. So if you're a bot in the chat, or if you're spamming in the chat, John 316 is going to give you a good old timeout. If you do it. So just be careful. Just be careful out there. It's one thing if you're respectfully talking about a token once and now and again. If you're shilling, and if John's skeptic of you, well, John's going to take care of our community here. Much love to you, John. And so we've got everything we want. And then here's the caution. So here's a quote, interesting one. I would just caution people, if you think January 20th is a switch is going to flip and everything's going to be better and roses for Bitcoin and the digital asset community in Washington, it's just not how Washington works, says Anthony Scaramucci, who worked on Trump's first administration. It doesn't, he's not going to flip a switch, but he could come out and he could do the whole, executive order thing. and that could turn to be some bullish catalyst. It's interesting. He's been bullish on Bitcoin. I'm surprised. He doesn't like the guy anymore. So maybe there's some politics playing into this man's speech right now, because he used to be a part of his administration. Now he's not. So that's pretty funny. I think that 2025 is going to be a great year. We might have a sell the news event on Inauguration Day. We might not. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we're looking really good. We're looking really good, guys. We all have FOMO, right? That's generally the sentiment right now. And they do. And we told you guys that one day big companies were gonna, and to that community that John's muting, just be respectful, guys. Just be respectful, guys. Just be respectful, okay? It's a very low cap meme that they're talking about, guys. Be careful. Just be careful in the chat. I'm not saying anything else about it. Just be careful. Low cap memes can be risky. A lot of people want to talk about them in live streams because they want new buyers. I get it. Not knocking you. Just cool it. Okay. Japan holds back as Thailand charges ahead in Bitcoin adoption. So, 2025, we got everything we wanted in 2024. 2025, we're probably going to be looking at a lot of other countries adopting Bitcoin. Japan has been talking about a potential Bitcoin strategic reserve, and now they're going to pause that, it sounds like. Thailand is going to charge forward, okay? Thailand is going to charge forward with that. Well, it's just, how much are you talking about it? So it's just, how much are you talking about? And also, you're talking about like a less $1 million market cap coin compared to like a $10 million market cap coin. It's a different story, less liquidity, so just we're heading in the right direction, guys. There are going to be Bitcoin national strategic reserves that are going to happen across the world after the U.S. does it. The U.S. is going to start the trend, and it's going to catch like wildfire, and Bitcoin is going to go to $1 million. And it could happen sooner than all of us expect. I believe that Bitcoin is going to flip gold one day. You've got some of the largest asset managers in the world basically calling it digital gold. I've always said that. I believe that it's inevitable. It's inevitable. So you've got Decrypt talking about crypto.com lately. So let's pivot. Let's talk about crypto.com and some of these up and coming communities in the Cronos ecosystem, some of which my mods are muting right now because they're taking it too far. So guys, when it comes to the Crow coin, when it comes to crypto.com, we've got to remember that it's an altcoin. We've also got to remember that right now the big story going on is Bitcoin dominance is still strong. Bitcoin dominance of 58% is a very high valuation for Bitcoin dominance. This move right here, when Bitcoin dominance came down, that's when you saw XRP pump. That's when you saw HBAR pump. That's when you saw a lot of great things happen. And now we're kind of coming back up on Bitcoin dominance, and we're seeing, Cardano come back down, and that's how she goes. Here's Bitcoin in the red today at 95K. We're on the right track for crypto.com. They just launched, and I did a video on this yesterday, but I want to highlight it again to remind everybody. Sports predictions, starting with the Super Bowl. That's another product that's going to potentially attract some people to download the app, maybe just for the trading of the sports predictions, and then they're going to learn about the coins, and then they might learn about the Visa cards and the Crow lockups, and then they might learn about the DeFi ecosystem, and then maybe they learn about some memes in the ecosystem, or maybe they don't. Maybe they're just looking at, Sui and Solana or whatever. More people in the app equals more chance for people to learn about CRO, about the Cronos chain. And you want the app to get as many downloads as possible. You want the Cronos DeFi wallet, the on-chain wallet, to get as many downloads as possible. You want people to be using DeFi as much as possible. And I want to remind you guys this too. We are seeing right now, if you look at DeFi Llama and you look at what's going on in the crypto space overall, and I'm going to go to the overview here. Our TVL still is not at our previous highs. We are going to get there at some point. We're going to have over, $170 billion in total value locked up in DeFi, but that's not going to happen until the altcoin season happens. Okay? Not going to happen until the altcoin season happens. Here is your 2021 highs. Oh, no. There's your 2021 highs. So this peaked out right at that 2021 high, right? Right in November, and then it came down. We still haven't surpassed that. What does that tell me? That tells me that we're going to break through that high eventually. DeFi is not going to get smaller. It's only going to get bigger. Over time, there's only going to be more total value locked up in crypto overall. And all of a sudden, you see SWI with $1 billion locked up. And it came out of nowhere. Base Chain launched in the last year. It came out of nowhere. Bitcoin's all the way at a $6 billion TVL right now on its own. You don't even have stacks up here. I'm bullish on stacks. You don't have stacks up here. You don't have other things like Hedera. People are bullish on HBAR. Chain, you don't have Cardano even in the top 10 yet. People are still learning about that. You got Cronos up here. It's number 16. It's doing fine, We haven't seen the total TVL climb yet, break the highs. We still have this whole thing ahead of us. And so, right now, the idea for crypto.com is to get brand awareness. They're doing a great job of that, launching more products and services. They've got options they're going to launch. We'll talk about that in a second. They've got this sports predictions service now that they're doing. You've also got crypto.com expanding into U.S. institutional custody. This was a big move recently. I want to dive into this one a little bit more because this was an interesting article that I saw. This is a very bullish thing, right? There's a lot of great things happening for crypto.com right now. Expanding their presence in North America. Right now, they are the largest centralized exchange in North America. So that's pretty cool. And as they're talking about this very, very bullish story, this is great. This is great. They're talking about this. And then you read in this article a little bit more. It's funny to see there's still FUD within this article, a shift in strategy. Crypto.com's U.S. push is now without complications. Oh, complications, huh? Particularly given its turbulent history with regulators. Originally based in Singapore, the company launched in U.S. in 2022. However, it faced significant setbacks, including suspension of its exchange services in 2023. That was their own choice. They decided to do that on their own. This article paints it like they were suspended by the government. That was a choice because they were worried about the current administration at the time. It appears that Crypto.com is now regrouping with a more regulated approach. They always had a regulated approach, but even more, no doubt, pivoting towards institutional and custody services as a safer bet for expanding its presence in the region, which it is. Then they talk about how they acquired Watchdog Capital, which is a broker-dealer registered with the SEC, which is great. This move solidified its commitment to the U.S. market with focus on regulatory compliance, especially after Crypto.com dropped its lawsuit against the SEC in December, just recently after the CEO of Crypto.com met with President-elect, the Don, and they dropped their lawsuit because right now the USA is leading cryptocurrency policy globally. They're going to be very bullish towards crypto. This new administration is, at least that's what they said. But again, they continue this next paragraph with, despite all the growth and regulatory compliance messages, the company still remains tainted by its past shortcomings. Who paid these guys? Who paid these guys to fund Crypto.com? Crypto.com has been plagued by controversy. I don't see articles like this about Binance and the CEO went to jail. It's funny, it's pretty funny, have tested its rough love affair with users and regulators alike. Look, all exchanges have had their love affairs. I know, Crypto.com has had its love affairs with users, with, customer service and this and that. And the exchange launching, and then the fees and whatever. I get it. But that's not unique to any exchange. You know, this is how it is. It's like Coinbase. You'll see articles like this about Coinbase. You don't. For some reason, you see them about crypto.com. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. So there's still competition playing some interesting games behind the scenes here. There's a lot of FUD in this article. Crypto.com's growing challenges. Crypto.com is entering a competitive landscape. Industry players like Coinbase Custody, BitGo, and look, Crypto.com is one of the leaders in North America when it comes to exchanges. I don't know. They should say growing market share. So it's interesting. Look, they're heading in the right direction. We've still got articles showing Brave New Coin. Who's behind this publication? Who wrote this article? Who paid this man? Interesting, huh? Very interesting. Here's the facts, guys. Okay? My partner on this channel, Black C. Follow him on 333 Black C. Follow me at CryptoKip Tweets as well if you haven't done so already. Put out the Crypto.com roadmap to share with everybody. I want to remind you guys this. They've got AI products coming in Q3 of 2025. They've got U.S. exchange expansion. That's at least what it looks like with this American flag and emoji, possibly in Q1 of 2025. That starts in just a few short days. They've got fiat and on and off ramp expansion because they were denied by some banks. There was a battle of the banks versus exchanges. They're finding new partners. More partners are interested, more so now than ever before, because look at where Bitcoin is at today. Look at how well 2024 went for crypto. Look at how well it's going to go in 2025. They're going to have rewards on Bitcoin. And then in Q2, they're going to do crypto rewards maximizer because they're going to be making the most money and they're going to be able to afford. They predict that altcoin season is going to be in full-fledged effect by Q2. That's what this says to me. Crypto rewards maximizer says that they're going to be in the money. Crypto is going to be going wild. It's going to be awesome. And they're going to maximize the rewards to users because they're going to be in the money and they can give back to users because they're going to be making tons of money. And then institutional custody is going to go live in Q2. They've already got the story of how they launched the trust. Let's see what they do with this institutional custody. They'll have the exchange launch, institutional custody. They'll be offering more rewards. They're going to do a stable coin in Q3. AI-powered trade tooling. They got Cronos 1. I don't even know what that's going to be yet. But more towards the Cronos chain. You want CRO to succeed, you're going to want to see Cronos chain succeed. Margined derivatives, Cronos ETF submission in Q4, Singularity API. And then let's not forget stocks. They're going to offer stocks. This is a brand new product. They're going to start in Q1 and banking services in Q1. Multi-currency accounts. They've got the British flag there. They've got the Australian flag. I don't know what flag that is right there. They've got the US flag. Yield on cash. Just like Robinhood offers, 5% on your dollars if you just keep it in the account. Because then they want you to keep your money in there. So you trade stocks, you take profit, you put it back into cash, you keep it on their platform. They want money on their platform. They're going to start competing with the likes of a Robinhood. 1 cent, 1 second, 1 cent global transfers, international bank accounts, business accounts, more debit cards expansions. They're going to do a lot more with cards. Credit cards, they're going to come out with, and Q2, credit cards in the US, Q2. They got a lot planned, guys. They got a lot planned. What does this all mean for Cronos, Crypto.com? It means a lot of great things. So, guys, I believe that meme coins are important for ecosystems. You know, I got some people that have some small meme coins that are upset that they're getting, muted in the chat, but, it's like, just be respectful, just be respectful. Here's the deal. I'm bullish on a lot of these Cronos ecosystems. I believe that there's going to be multiple exchange listings in 2025 from Crypto.com and Cronos. Let's start the meme conversation with this. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take down that volume there. and we will do this. Okay, so this was the AMA from the CEO, Chris, for crypto.com. In this video, he does a lot. I mean, he talks about, all their services. He talked about the roadmap. When this AMA came out and the roadmap came out, and he's talking about the election impact, he's very bullish on crypto with the results of this US election. He met with the president. That was huge. In this video, he does a lot of things. The lawsuit against the SEC, which he dropped. They're talking about their stablecoin, CRO, all these bonuses they got coming out. They even talked about listing. So let's say you're holding on to some Cronos memes, or you're bullish on the Cronos meme coin ecosystem, and you're wondering, what does it take to get a exchange listing from a meme coin community? And is Mary actually going to get listed? Is whatever going to get listed? I don't want to mention all these other coins. I'll show you some of them in a second on the screen, because I think there's a lot of coins, and there's a couple in particular that I think could get listed. I'm gonna briefly talk about, because again, I expect a broader altcoin season, and we saw Chris, the CEO, come out and say this. This is a longer clip. I'm going to share the whole clip with you guys because this is important. This is an important thing that he said. You have to be aware of this if you're interested in Cronos, especially if you're interested in the Cronos memes. But even if you're not interested in the memes, you want the crypto.com exchange to support the memes and the ecosystem, the community tokens, so that there's continued excitement in the ecosystem. And this was the strongest message, giving the most optimism for the meme community on Cronos. And we haven't seen a coin season on Cronos since earlier in 2024. Let's listen to this message from Chris real quick.
And a bunch of questions came through, and I'm seeing some pop up now as well on listing of Cronos projects. So maybe you can give some perspective to either builders who already have a project or people thinking about it. What's the process, and why some get listed, some don't? How does it work?
Yeah, I see the tickers popping on the chat box on the right-hand side all the time. So guys, we have a very sophisticated listing process. It's one of the most robust frameworks of any platform out there. It's fully compliant, and it's built in order to protect the users of crypto platform. So I think the way it should be done is the community should be pushing the projects to fulfill a certain number of criteria, rather than pushing the platform to list it faster. So I'll give you some ideas. So this is not an exhaustive list, by the way. I don't deal with listing of coins. I don't touch this process. I think it's very robust, and it's done. If you look at all the other platforms, we have a track record of listing quality projects and our users being very well protected. So some ideas for you, non-exhaustive list, right? But I think you should be asking the projects about what they have accomplished so far, and benchmark this against other projects in this space.
Okay, so just some initial thoughts. Like, he knows that people want to have their coins listed, but he wants to protect the users. And this is the reminder to everybody. There's a list of things that people need to do. What is the list? Still vague, right? Let's listen on. There's more to this.
What milestones were accomplished other than launching the token? Secondly, you should be asking all the projects for their roadmap and multi-year commitment to the roadmap. What kind of milestones? What are you working towards? What kind of milestones do you want to achieve soon?
So what are you working towards? What are the milestones? Do you have a roadmap? Not every project does. So, you think a coin has the potential to get listed on crypto.com. Well, it better have a roadmap. It better have a plan in place. It better have a multi-year commitment, not just like, we want to get listed on crypto.com so that, you can dump, right? And that's not what he wants to see from the communities. He wants to see potential that these things are going to get listed and then continue to build and then chase more exchange listings and go for like a broader adoption and have a purpose and have actual products, more than just creating a token. Okay.
The third thing, which if I look at the tokens that has been listed on other platforms in the last 12 months, which were non-performing, and some of them raised hundreds of millions of dollars in VC funding, right? Yeah. Are the teams committed to holding their tokens and not selling them over a long period of time?
And I think one of the problems that Cronos has had is, unfortunately, and like, I'm tired of, the whole like infighting with the Cronos thing. I Mary and Ka are the two biggest community projects in Cronos. And that's why I talk about them the most, because their market caps are over $10 million. And I'm tentative to talk about anything else because I mean, you should understand why. And if you don't, well, I mean, think about it. But the problem we had for Cronos and these memes getting listed is, after Crow with Knife got listed, the dev dumped, $700K. There's a lack of trust on that now. So, I mean, like, can you blame him? I don't know. You decide for yourself, right? You decide for yourself. But that comment, the one that he just made, saying we want the team to be holding through. We don't want the team, the dev, to dump and go on a vacation and leave the project hanging after we list it. Just it's like, oh, there's my lotto ticket. That is not what he wants to see. That's not protecting users. And so there needs to be some kind of commitment. There needs to be actual utility, things going on. You can see some regret, I think, and that maybe he didn't vet the team there and their ability to hold the token. And I think that's what postponed, the Mary listing and whatever other listings. And I think there's going to be several more. Listen on. This is an important clip.
Our users expect us to do the required due diligence to make sure that people just don't offload it on the day of the listing. And I've seen this happening on other platforms left, right, and center this year. Right. So this is very disappointing to see. And people just sell and they stop working on the project. So we need to make sure that that these and about 100 other conditions are met in order for us to list the project and protect the community. So take the effort that you're putting into trying to force platforms to list and apply this level of pressure on the projects themselves. And those that are delivering will get listed. There's no doubt in my mind that if they can pass the robust set of requirements, exchanges want high quality products, the projects. It's not a question of us not wanting to list it. We want to list every single quality project we can, and specifically for Cronos, we are committed to listing all the high quality projects that are delivering against their milestones.
So for those of you guys that are out there skeptical that, Crow with Knife is the only thing that's going to be listed, there's the man himself saying that, well, we didn't like that the dev dumped, basically. We want to make sure that there's a long-term commitment. He wants to protect his users, but he wants to list the Cronos memes. So taking a look at 2025, let's do that. Let's take a look at 2025. Because I believe that there's a few projects that are going to get listed at some point in the year 2025. And this is speculation, guys. Speculation, by the way, based on the evidence that I have from Chris and what he said. We want to list all the quality projects on Cronos. We want to list all the high quality projects. We want to list them. He said it. He wants to list them. But the projects need to give him a reason to trust them and to list them. Are they building? Are the devs going to dump? Well, let's check out a couple projects that I want to share with you guys really quickly that are getting acknowledged and that have the potential. First up, I want to remind you guys, and somebody was asking, does Mary have a roadmap? It does, okay? And that AMA that you saw, guys, that was like November 7th or 8th or something. They put out their roadmap officially that very next day. So they didn't have a roadmap before, to my knowledge, but they did the very next day. So they were like, oh, we're missing this thing. Let's fix it. So that very next day, and that Cronos, who, crypto.com and Cronos are like spaghettis and meatball. They're the same thing, guys. I mean, they're not, but they are. It's not up to him to list the coins. But if Cronos is going to put out a tweet like this, being one of the most popular community meme coins, which it clearly is, and so is Crow with Knife, Mystery on Crow is making contributions to the Cronos ecosystem. They've achieved milestones in partnerships, community engagement, and token listings. Milestones. Chris said the word milestones. And then there's a list of criteria with 100 other things. Are they meeting that? Well, first off, for Mary in particular, one of the reasons that I bought it is because it didn't get listed on crypto.com yet, and it seemed like it was going to. I think one of the reasons it didn't is because the previous project that got listed, the dev dumped, and there was a pause and there was a hesitation there, and a little bit more due diligence wanting to be done from crypto.com for the projects on Cronos before listing them, because they don't want that to happen again. They don't want the dev to get a listing and then dump and walk away from the community like we've seen. And now he's back. So hopefully he's building again. And that was, I don't know. I don't know. David shows his face. He's doxxed. David Bui. You see his face. That's his name. There's only like one other project that I know of where there's a dev that's willing to show his face. That's WolfSwap and Alex. I don't know what his last name is. His name's Alex. I've done an interview with him on this channel. But getting an acknowledgement from Cronos the day after that AMA that we just listened to, that's a very bullish sign in my opinion. Now, that was back on November 8th, and now it has been over a month. We still haven't seen it get listed. There's rumors that it's going to get listed, maybe on crypto.com, maybe not. I don't know. But I think at some point in 2025, if it doesn't get listed in 2024, at some point, I think that Mary's going to get listed on crypto.com. If I had to make a guess, I think that Mary's going to be the next one to get listed. What have they done? Well, they've gotten listed on an exchange. They got listed on MEXC. And they launched, so far, a game. So they haven't done a ton yet. Okay? But again, let's compare that to a token like Crow with Knife. What has Crow with Knife done? So he said, let's compare it to some of the other tokens that have gotten listed. And, what has it done? Crow with Knife honestly hasn't really done much more. In fact, I think it's done, well, you could argue it did more. You could argue it did less. It's up to you, however you want to look at it. What Crow with Knife has done is they did this bridge, which arguably brings money out of Cronos, which if you're the Cronos chain, you want to keep the money in Cronos. Though you could argue these bridges and the base chain and the Binance Smart chain and the Polygon chain and the Solana chain that that allows people to move from those chains to Cronos. So that's real. That was a big milestone for them. But other than the chain expansion, they didn't really do much else. They've got a very active community. They've got a lot of engagement. They've got a huge, successful community. They're very good at rating. And there's a lot of excitement. So what are the criteria? I mean, I don't know what the criteria are. They had an NFT project originally, which is, not that crazy. It's an NFT project. And then they made the coin. And it was kind of an OG NFT project. And then they did some bridges. So they did some things. Is that a very extensive list? It's not a very extensive list. So the bar is quite low, I think, for the criteria needed. And they didn't even have a doxed dev, right? Nobody knows who Destruction is. And maybe that's part of the reason that he was able to do what he did, where he took so much profit right away. Let's, benchmark against some of the other projects that have gotten listed. If Crow with Knife is the benchmark, Mary has a game, and they've got an exchange listing, and they've done, here's the game, right? There's a game. You can play the game. I'm playing the game. This is me actually playing the game. So there's a real thing going on. Oops, I just died. Okay, so there's a real game, and actually in the beginning of this game, there's a little crow that's sitting up here, kind of a acknowledgement to Crow with Knife, which is cool. Super cool. But Mary's not the only one. Now, I think Mary's going to get, there's a community fund. They've got, hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting in a community fund waiting for exchange listings. I think an exchange listing's coming in the next 5 days. I don't know what exchange it's going to be, but I think that Mary's going to get listed. I think at some point it's going to get listed on crypto.com. I also want to remind you guys that, here's another example of a project on Cronos that's actually doing something, and the team seems like they're here for the long term. Push.fund. Now, without talking too much about the token, it's a very low cap token. There's a product that they have, right? They've got this meme coin launchpad. And, a lot of coins come from this meme coin launchpad. A lot of coins that you see people talking about in the chat got launched on this meme coin. You could start coins here. They got a CRO playground integrated into it. The Push community and the Crow with Knife community, they're very close. So there's some integrations there going on. There's some partnerships going on. They've got an actual project. Arguably, Push.fund has done more than both Crow with Knife and Mary just by launching a real thing that people can use. And the game's cool for Mary. I think the Push.fund maybe might get listed at some point. That is not financial advice. None of this is financial advice, guys. This is an extremely low cap coin. I don't even feel comfortable talking about it, but I'm talking about Cronos overall today and looking at the language that Chris used and saying there's a couple projects that are actually doing things. Mary has a huge community. It's launched a game. They've got other things that they're going to be coming out with. Let's see. They got a roadmap. I know that Push has a roadmap. They're developing projects. Their project, I think they helped create, I think they're helping Cronos behind the scenes with some other things, and that the Cronos team is tapping into the developers that made Push the Button, the Push.fund platform to do some other things. So I think Push has a potential bright future at some point in 2025. I don't own any of these tokens. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just saying they're building something. It's meeting the benchmark criteria. Okay. Crow with Knife was the first. They have a strong community. They had NFTs. There you go. WolfSwap is a aggregator DEX on Cronos, and the Moon token is somewhat associated with it. This one I feel the least confident about, but in terms of the token Moon getting a listing. But if we're talking about there being benchmark criteria and actual requirements, what is the benchmark? If it's Crow with Knife, Mary is meeting that criteria. They have a roadmap. They got a game. They got a long community. They got a developer who's doxed. They got a lot of things. WolfSwap is actually the only other community that I know of, and I could be wrong. Maybe I'm missing some with Push or some other communities, but a doxed dev, Alex. Okay, I've seen his face. I've interviewed him on the channel. He's a doxed guy. Just like David, and that's more than meeting the criteria, in my opinion. And they've got a GameFi aggregator DEX, and GameFi is because there's competitions for trading, and then there's other things going on, and they've even got a community engagement, like pushing out engagement on X, and then you get rewarded for it. My Amplify, it's they've built a lot. Arguably, the WolfSwap and this team, Alex and his team, have built more than most people on Cronos. They got the Moon token. I don't know. Maybe that one gets and deserves a listing at some point too. And then eventually, there's going to be more. And here's the WolfSwap, Wolf Street. They even launched a, this is associated with them, as well. They've got their own token launchpad as well. So, it's a competition to Push.fund, but more building going on. And then you have actual WolfSwap, which is a tool that I use all the time where I trade a lot of my coins is on WolfSwap. I enjoy it a lot. There's bridges on here, which is great. There's contests. That's that GameFi thing that they're talking about. Different contests for different communities, season leaderboards. I won some of those in the past. They're kind of fun. And then, you got this memes on Cronos thing that kind of highlights some of the projects. Now, I know that some people, like in the Crow with Knife community, don't really like this one because they're not verified. Look, this platform is not, it's not a big deal. It's just kind of a community platform. The criteria for getting listed here, Mary's number one according to this tool, but when you look at market caps, I think that's definitely maybe the priority, I guess, is what you should look at first is market cap. Capybara is the number one meme on Cronos right now, followed by Corgi AI, followed by Crow with Knife, followed by Crab Mob, followed by Mary. Mary seems to have some sort of partnership with memes on Cronos. Is that a milestone? I don't know. This is kind of a platform just developed by a random person in the community. It's an interesting place to go see what all the Cronos memes are. And then you can start deciding for yourself, do these projects deserve to be listed on crypto.com? And if they have the little logo, that means that they were in fact listed on crypto.com. Loaf, Buy the Dip, Crab Mob, Crow with Knife, Corgi AI. Oh wait, Capybara should be. I don't know why they don't have the crypto.com logo. But this is an interesting place to come check out some of the Cronos memes. How do you become certified? There's a variety of things. Locked liquidity, adequate liquidity, become a meme token. You get 20 points right there. You need 80 points to become certified. So I'm actually surprised Crow with Knife doesn't meet this. Send an animated banner. Maybe they're just not, they don't care. They clearly don't care, which is fine, and they don't care about this. It's not very important, but it's an interesting place to go. I don't think it's very important. But it's not just Mystery on Crow that's gotten shouted out by Cronos. I want to remind you guys too. Here you go. You've got, Do NFT, Do Swap, and here's the Chucky ticker. That's another meme. I don't own that coin. I'm not telling you guys to buy stuff. But the projects that are getting shouted out by Cronos, there's got to be some kind of extra opportunity for them to, potentially get a listing in the future. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. There's a couple coins that I feel make sense for listings in the future. I don't feel comfortable talking about them because they're such low cap memes. The next one I think is going to be Mary. And then, you kind of got an idea of maybe some of the others that you can look at to see, are they building things? What are they doing? Do they deserve a listing? Are they going to get listed in the future? But I want to remind you guys this. The overarching message today is Cronos is looking bright in 2025 because you saw Chris come out and say he wants to list his community coins. You saw the AMA, you saw the roadmap. We've walked you through all that today. Just as a refresher for everybody, you've got TVL that's still not at the previous highs. It should get to the previous highs at some point, my friends. It really should. And if that's the case, Cronos is still going to climb in rank. Right now on Dex screener, Mary is number one in terms of its ranking. It's not getting boosted or anything. It's just right now got the most activity, I guess, going on. And it is right now ranked number one on Dex screener, followed by Capybara, followed by Balls, followed by Crow with Knife. Crow with Knife has many times come to rank number one, flipping around with Mary. Balls has been very hot lately. This project came down way big, way a lot. I was so lucky to have gotten out of this project, guys, at right about here, somewhere in this area. I think actually I might. I don't think I got out on this pump. I think I got out probably right about here. I want to say somewhere at like 9 point whatever million. So I made some profit because I got, I did the pre-sale. So I made some profit, which was kind of cool. I know a lot of people got hurt on this one. There's still a chance this thing gets listed on crypto.com in the future, like Capybara did. Capybara is still holding really strong around this. They got a lot of staking going on. I'm not a big fan of these because they're not community projects. I like Mary more. I like Crow with Knife more. I like some of these other projects more. I heard the noise that the ham community was making. Don't make too much noise or, you're flooding my chat. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know what the coins are going to be. I've got some ideas. But you never know, guys. Look, if your coin's super offensive, I don't think you're going to have as good of a chance to get listed on an exchange. Looking for positive, strong communities with development. I think that's what crypto.com is looking for, some basic criteria. And I think that there's some projects that meet that. I think overall, we're looking at Bitcoin at 95K right now. Bitcoin dominance is climbing up as Bitcoin price is falling down. And we are seeing total market cap actually come down today because altcoins are bleeding. And so is Bitcoin. We could get a bounce off 3 trillion. We might be in for some more blood before the big pump on altcoins. But 2025 is going to be very bullish for Crypto.com and Cronos. 2025 is going to be bullish for altcoins. HBAR, Cardano, Solana, Dogecoin, Pepe. There's so many great projects. Jasmine, whatever. There's so many great projects, so many great coins. I'm bullish, guys. I'm ready. 2025 is going to be a great year. What's going on in the chat? Let me check out the chat. I missed some of the chat. Evan Pack says, has he signed yet? No singing. I'm looking through the chat real quick. What value does Ka or Mary actually bring to the chain? Marty, it's a meme. You got to wonder, what Pepe does value bring to Ethereum? What value does Bonk bring to Solana? What value does Fartcoin bring to anybody? Sometimes it's just users and people chasing gains, and that's, enough. Crow with Knife did some bridges. They've expanded to many chains. They got some exchange listings. They had some of the most holders. They successfully raised a lot of money. They did a lot of things. What else have they done for the chain? They had an NFT project, not a tremendous amount. Mary, same thing. Some exchange listings, mainly, speculation, excitement, a loyal holder base. They developed a game. They've been doing giveaways. They're trying to spread awareness of Cronos. That's the one thing. Do they spread awareness to Cronos? Crow with Knife brought eyes to Cronos. I saw some big time influencers talking about Cronos for the first time because of the Crow with Knife success. So what value has it brought, Marty? Just eyes to Cronos. Same with Mary. They've got a game. We want to see more things. Okay, we want to see more things. We want to see more things and a commitment to the chain and growing the chain. I think that's what Crypto.com wants to see. Marty says, I think Chris is doing a great job being cautious about listings. I agree, and asking the right questions. We're going to have a listing tune. Doesn't mean anything other than folks looking for exit liquidity. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, it doesn't have to be exit liquidity. Sometimes people just want to pump in general. I mean, when people say that though, Marty, it's funny to me when everybody's looking for, people are like, that guy's looking for exit liquidity. Are you looking to hold your crypto forever? Are you not looking to take profit on any of your coins? Everybody's looking to take profit on every coin. I think it's so funny when people say the line, everybody's looking for exit liquidity. Isn't everybody looking to make some profit in crypto? If you're here for the Crow with Knife tech, or the Mary tech, everybody's here to make some money. Now, this is crypto. You think people are here? You think people in Fartcoin are looking for exit liquidity? Of course they are. They want exchange listings so that, that's how that works. The question is how loyal is the community? How much are people going to sell? And how much are new people going to buy? People that maybe didn't believe. So you never know. There's always people looking for exit liquidity in every single project. Even in Bitcoin, people that bought Bitcoin at 15K, your average people, your uncle who bought Bitcoin at 15 or 20K is like my brother-in-law. He bought Bitcoin at 15K. He's looking for a pump so he can get out at what? He didn't get out yet. He's looking for what? 120K, 150K, 200K. He's looking for exit liquidity on Bitcoin. Everybody's looking for exit liquidity on every project. So it's a funny line to me. I do enjoy that. It's frustrating that the projects haven't been listed, but the longer that they're not, the more cautious you can feel like they're being about it, which is good for the longevity of the exchange, for the longevity of the coins, for the ecosystem. I think BSS says, what do you think about Chill Guy? I'm bullish on Chill Guy. Thanks for the $2 super chat, Marty. I'm bullish on Chill Guy. I actually moved some of my Chill Guy and I put it elsewhere for now. I'm going to come back to Chill Guy. I like Chill Guy. I think it's going to have a big boost, but we're waiting on altcoin season. Yeah, I agree with you, Marty. Except for the exit liquidity thing, because like you hear what I'm saying though, Marty, with the exit liquidity conversation. People that say, "Oh, looking for exit liquidity," who's not looking to take some profit, right? It's a weird line. It's a weird line that people say in meme coin communities. It's the FUD of memes. If there's a meme coin that people don't like, they say, "Oh, they're just looking for some exit liquidity." Like what? What do you think the destruction did when they got listed on crypto.com? It's like nobody talks about that. It's funny. It's the nature of the beast, right? That's how it is, which is why you always got to do your research. You got to be cautious with the memes. Know that there's going to be profit takers. There's going to be long-term holders. What comes next? What are they doing for the community? What are they doing for the ecosystem? And just know that memes are memes. You want to be in something that there's less so people looking for exit liquidity. You go to Bitcoin, then you stay away from, low cap coins, right? That's the game. And then let's talk about CRO. Marty says, no, I understand, but I feel like a lot of these communities have stopped building and are just sitting and waiting for a listing. Well, I think that you're right. Well, for some of these, maybe they're waiting for a listing to, we'll see. Maybe they're waiting on the timeliness, the listing, then they got eyes, and then they launch the product, and then the product is bigger. So you never know. It's all, risk management and speculation with memes. So that's how it is. I hear what you're saying, and I do agree. Meanwhile, there are a lot of coins out there that are continuing to build despite not having a major listing. You're exactly right. Let's look at CRO real quick. No. I want to get a better chart here. There you go. Where's my other CRO chart? I have one with some levels drawn out. 12 cents, here we are down to 14 cents. 12 cents is looking like it's on the table again, folks. Total market cap's coming down. Bitcoin dominance is climbing up. 12 cents could be on the table again for CRO. It could even come down to 10 cents again before we get true altcoin season, guys. So be aware of that. Could be a bottom here. Then again, Bitcoin slipping. Bitcoin comes down to 85K. CRO coin's going back to 12, maybe even 10 cents. So be ready for that, guys. It could certainly find a bottom here, though. It could. We'll see. Looks like it's spilling over. Everything's spilling over. Here's, Cardano. There's Doge spilling over. Doge might not hold this level. I've been looking for this level to get held. It might not hold this level, guys. Let's see. All right, y'all. Did you smash the like button, by the way? If you want to trade some of these coins, guys, you can sign up for Blowfin. Check it out using our link, guys. Up to a $5,000 deposit bonus if you want to trade a bunch of these coins for yourself, whether it's CRO, whether it's Cardano, whether it's HBAR, whether it's Pepe or Brett or whatever. You can trade most of it here. If you want to check it out, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus when you do sign up using our link, and 10% discount on trading fees right now. I just typed in bro coin. CRO coin coming down right now, breaking through some moving averages. Could be spilling down to 12 cents, unfortunately, guys. We'll keep an eye on it. Spencer Hen says, do you have an opinion on Pi coin? I got a buddy who's got a bunch of Pi, and he's like, he'll be a Pi millionaire. I don't think that anybody who's mining, like my buddy, he's been mining it religiously. And if you're watching, brother, sorry to say it, but I think that you know, you can make a couple thousand bucks on it. I'd be really surprised if any made like $100,000 or $200,000 or $1 million from the Pi token when it launches. But no, I'm not trying to be combative either, Marty. I'm not trying to be combative either. I hear you. I agree. And nothing but love to you. I sound intense, probably. Sorry. But no, I don't have a strong opinion on Pi. I just don't think it, you know, it's going to be tough to like retire on Pi or something. You know what I mean? But you can make some good money on it probably if you've been mining it religiously. I think my buddy could make a couple $1,000s, maybe 30, 40,000. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, no, nothing but love, brother. I agree. Like I want to keep pushing, just like Chris said, you know, keep pushing the devs to do more, build more. You know, but at the same time, it's like, what is Pepe doing for anybody? You know, Shiba, you know, oh, they got Shibarium. Who cares about Shibarium, to be honest with you, right? Like, does anybody actually care about Shibarium? No, nobody. And if you do, like, why do you care about Shibarium? You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe we just classify the memes as memes and just take them for what they are. But you got a point, you know, the more you could, here's the overarching thing. The more you do to build and make it a real project, the more successful you can be in the long term. So you want to continue to see that and keep pushing people to do that. Ricky Ricardo says, dear leader Chris, thank you for blessing us with glorious Cronos. They nourish our economy and fuel our devotion. Each humble crow, a reminder of your wisdom and boundless generosity. Clear's Beef says, bye. Crowcoin Easy Dollar, I agree. Spencer, thank you. I am feeling a lot better. I'm like 99% today. Just a weird throat thing, but I did a nice hour-and-a-half stream for you guys. Longest stream I did in a while. Good to be streaming with you guys. All the love in the world, you guys. Thank you for your super chats today. Try not to shill too much in the chats, or John 316 is going to give you a timeout. All right, guys. Yeah, Marty, appreciate you. I think you're smart cookie. Smart cookie, Marty. All right. All right, guys. That's all I got. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. Sign up for Blowfin if you haven't done so, if you want to check out some trading opportunities. Bitcoin's coming down. Let's see what happens. Another stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday. Feeling better. Blessings to you guys. Oh, tomorrow I have I bought a buzz cutter, a trimmer. I know we've been talking a lot about Black Sea buzzing his hair, but I don't think he's going to buzz his hair. He's probably going to get a haircut soon, but quick question. Should I buzz my head on stream? I'm gonna throw that question out there. I'm thinking about it, you know, and that's less for the entertainment value, but figure why not do it. I'm thinking about getting okay, here's a moment of truth, guys. I'm thinking about getting a hair transplant, to be honest with you guys, because I'm losing hair. I had some great hair back in the day. And it's okay. I'm sure it's still people probably, some people probably like my hair. Some people probably are like, this guy's balding. Most people are probably like, you're crazy, man. You're not. Well, I am a little bit. And the truth is I'm a little self-conscious about it. I don't really care, but I look at it on camera every day. I'm thinking about buzzing my head. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What haircut? See, there you go, Mr. Chair. See, we got a half and a half splitsies. We got a half and a half splitsies. What does the wife think? Yeah, she'll deal with it. She'll deal with it. Yeah, my Filipino wife and I said, just shave it. And you'll feel better. I see, here's the thing. Do you know how many days I have to do my hair before these live streams? Ever consider going bald? I have. Here, you guys want to see? You guys want to see? Look, here's the truth of it. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying, gang? Look at that. So I'm considering it. I'm considering it, y'all. Yeah, I'm not going to take any of that stuff, Marty. I don't like, the side effect. The only one I'd consider is like minoxidil. Spencer says I'm getting a transplant too. Don't do it yet. I was thinking about doing that as well. I was thinking about getting a transplant as well. Because I'm on camera. If I didn't have a YouTube channel and I wasn't in sales for a living, I wouldn't consider doing a transplant. But I am. This is a real honest conversation here. Curious the thoughts. Cleary's Beef says, man, a bald kip, something I never saw coming. I know Cleary's Beef in real life, and he saw me when I had a full Elvis do, like a thick, very thick hair. So he's like, whoa, I can't imagine it. DS says, like, join the bald gang. The bear market was hard on Hip's hair. Yeah. Life was, man. Life was. The YouTube channel was hard on it. I'm just getting older, man, and stress. Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious of the people that are voting yes. Like, is it just for the entertainment effect, or is it for the just because you think it would be the move? Are you guys being selfish in the entertainment value of it? I might do it. I don't know. We'll see. I have a trimmer coming tomorrow. Legacy says, I want justice. Buzzcut 100K Bitcoin has arrived. Well, since Black Sea didn't do it, maybe I do. Man, I'm going to do it and I'll look super bald. I got to grow my goatee back, though. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't want to take the pill. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's funny. All right, we're going to do another poll tomorrow. We got 61% yes. I'm going to rephrase the poll tomorrow. Time for more golf and fishing to relieve that stress. Man, I need it. You're right. Yeah, I do like the high. Spencer, I usually do those high skin fades. But, dude, I'm just tired of getting haircuts. I'm just tired of, dealing with it. And, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right, Marty. I know. And I kind of don't want to deal with that. Maybe I'll invite you over, Cleary's Beef. Maybe you could do it. You want to be on the video? You want to come on stream? We'll see. Crow to $2 next year, says Sunny. I hope so. I think so. All right, guys. That's all I got. Smash a like. Guys. I'll see you next time, y'all. Jasmine's getting a little rejection. Altcoins are coming down. Bullish on Jasmine. 30 cents, maybe 50 cents. Could be $1. I don't know. 30 cents coming in this bull market, I think, for Jasmine. So let's see what shakes out. I'll see you next time, y'all. Hit me up on X, Marty. Hit me up on X. Peace, y'all.